Good afternoon. I don't normally make YouTube videos, but today I spent 45 minutes trying to figure out how the combination switch on my 1988 Suzuki Samurai went back together. And I didn't find anything on the internet, so thought I'd make a video and show what I figured out. So I took apart my combination switch to clean it out, and because it had my dash all the way apart. I don't know what series of decisions led to you having your combination switch pulled out and apart. Um, but here's how you can put it back together. So here is the combination switch. We have the wiper side. This is the turn signal and light side. Flasher switch. This little micro switch down in here is the actual control for your blinkers to go down in electronics to actually go left or right. And the pieces that came out are this cradle that holds things in place, the actual light switch, 3 springs of different sizes, 2 detent balls, and a little plastic finger that rides on top of one of those springs. So, if my luck holds, we'll get this all back together and get back on with putting the dash back together. So to start, we're going to take a look at this cradle. There are 2 holes to work with. This is for the little plastic finger and a spring. This is for the larger spring and the larger detent ball. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little plastic nub right there that the spring rides on. So let's put that in. Oops, got 2 of them. And then the skinnier of the 2 springs remaining go down. Let's back up there. Show you what I'm talking about. The larger spring is for the large detent ball. This one, the longer of the 2 remaining, is for the little plastic finger. And this one holds the detent ball on top of your wiper switch. Or, excuse me, your light switch. The little plastic finger is flat on one side and rounded on the other. The flat side rides on the spring. For your lights, the actual switch is down in here. And there's a plastic carrier that your exterior knob needs to ride in. So you can take a flat blade screwdriver and very carefully, doesn't take any force at all really, slide that to where you can get to it. Your light switch. This is the knob that controls the lights. This one will handle the turn signal. And your detent ball with its spring will ride on these ridges. We can put this one in ahead of time. Goes into the bottom of the 2 slots and then just sits down in there. And what you want to make sure of when you put it back in is that this is already lined up, these ridges right here. That's going to sit like that. And you call attention to the next part. This little micro switch can travel all the way from there to there. But in actual use, it's only going to travel from about there to there. This little micro switch can travel all the way from here down to here. But for your turn signals, it's only going to go from here to there. So we need to put it right about here to get this all back together, just top of center. The reason we need to do that is if you look at this carrier, you flip it over, there are two hollows, here and here, and then in the center we have the cylinder that the spring and the little finger ride on. This topmost hollow is where that little micro switch actually needs to ride. And this is the top when we flip it back over the right way. This next part is the most frustrating part of all. Trying to get this all back together with only two hands. To start, let's set our little plastic finger in flat side down. Lost my large detent ball. There he is. We're going to set him in the center of this wavy piece of plastic right here. It's got three positions: lower, mid, high. Set it in the mid one. Now if gravity is our friend, ooh, that spring's already trying to come out. Yep, there it goes. This is the tricky part. Let's try this. Try it from this side. Oh, I'm way out of frame. There you go. Set that in the middle. Set that down on top. Put a little pressure on with your thumbs. Try and get that down. That's all seated. See my carrier right there. Let's see if it moves. Keep pressure back here with your thumb. Nice positive action, both directions. Okay, we got it in place. Let's lock it down. The detent ball goes first. Spring goes down on top of that. Should have two very positive clicks from your light switch. If you do, take this retainer bracket, hold that in. You're looking for the two self-tapping steel screws. You don't have to go crazy with tightening them, but you do want them tight. When you get done, you should have very nice positive clicks from that. It's a little harder to move that. You get the turn signal, very positive. Very positive. Perfect. That's it. You're all done. Now you get to figure out how to put the whole dash back together.